know what got me? You know what I was reading about? Kamikazes, man. I don't know why I got onto that. I was on Japan, and then I was looking at the...
Pearl Harbor.
No, I was looking at the... I can't remember why. And then just for some reason, I started reading about kamikazes, man. Do you know much about the kamikazes?
Just that they fly their planes and die with it.
Yeah. They would load these fucking planes up full of, like, fuel, bombs, like all kinds of artillery, because it seemed like a logistical decision. It would make more sense if a pilot was...
Driving it.
Yeah, just straight into a fucking carrier jet or some shit.
Yeah.
Target.
Yeah. It's like the perfect weapon because you're controlling it.
Yeah. And you know what fucked me, man? Like, I was reading about it. Dude, even on Wiki, if you go to it...
So, terrorists these days are modern-day kamikazes.
Yeah.
Without the plane.
Well, they could probably do more damage.
Yeah.
Because they could walk into a shopping centre or wherever.
You know what got me, man? Yeah. There's a photo, right? This is on Wiki. Kamikaze pilot Kiyoshi Ogawa, it was damaged to the carrier USS Bunker Hill during Operation Kikusui during...
oh, yeah, Yukasui, yeah.
Yeah. Right? I was just looking at it, yeah? And there's like a photo of the dude, yeah? He's got the kamikaze, he's got the bandana on his head.
Oh, the white bandana with the red rising
dude,
sun.
the guy looks completely calm, he's smiling. It's like full well knowing he's going to be flying a plane into a fucking Harrier jet.
I'm ready to blow myself up, yeah.
No, like, seriously, dude. And I was just looking at it, I'm like, man, the decision that these cunts would have made.
Their problems compared to ours.
Dude,
imagine being in that position where it's like, okay, I'm going to kill myself right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to die with this plane right now. Here I go.
Exactly.
Here I go, watch me.
With that, like, it was all about the, like, with Japan. Have you read much about Japanese culture, like, in that sense? It goes back to, like, literally the Bushido creed. You know, it's better to commit suicide in the face of defeat as opposed to being defeated.
Yeah.
In the old empire of Japan.
Yes.
And I remember, you know, I told you my mum had given me a book, like something like 200 of the world's most inspiring or moving or important speeches ever given. Like Churchill's was there. I talked about this like on one of the first podcasts.
Yeah.
The most important inspiring speeches of all time. Churchill, JFK's speech at his inauguration, you know, ask not what you can do, what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Yep.
Famous quotes, Martin Luther King, all that sort of shit. It had the Emperor of Japan admitting defeat in the face of World War II after Pearl Harbor. And he said for a Japanese man to come out and admit defeat.
It's a big thing.
That was like the biggest thing anyone could have ever done because Japan does not admit defeat. The Bushido Creed is literally...
So much pride.
Yeah, kill yourself before... In the face of honour.
They kill themselves.
In pride of honour, yeah. So that was a big thing. And he basically worded his speech to say that for the sake of the Japanese nation, in the face of adversity, like it's an unbeatable war, we're in a compromised position, this has to be done, otherwise we're going to be wiped off the face of the earth. Mm-hmm. It's a point of moving forward for peace and like la la la, as opposed to, you know, like they're going above and conceding defeat in order for the prosperity of the entire world as opposed to just Japan. Like it was, the way he spun it was like beautiful.
Yep.
But then I was like reading about the kamikazes and stuff, man. I'm just like making that decision to end your fucking life in the face of defeat as it is.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it's nuts.
Yeah.
And then that ties into Putin as well. Because he said, who's the aggressor and who's the bully here? He said, because they brought up Chechnya, and they brought up Ukraine, and like what Russia had done in those states. Yeah, what was the other? Crimea, yeah, that's what they brought up, as in hate crimes. And how do you feel like? Yeah, that's a good. It's like really. It's like, well, we helped Crimea, who was seeking independence. We got drawn into that, right? And we simply had to make a move. And he was bringing up all these things, right? Then he's like, look at the contrast in America. Pearl Harbor got bombed for no reason whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Japan was barely in the fucking war, wasn't a threat. The war was already won at that point. But America
Here comes the atomic bomb.
Here comes the atomic bomb, not once, but twice. Twice bombed 2 cities, had nothing to do with the actual war itself, just in retaliation for something else by a lesser enemy, a small size scale enemy.
Because we've got to show who's got the big
exactly.
dick.
He goes,
or was this the perfect chance for them to test it and see what would happen?
He goes, and he said something like, I would never have seen us doing that, ever. ever.
To wipe out a whole bunch of just innocent people, like...
Because
just
I would never have seen that as an option.
But we've got to make America great again.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So you tell me who's the aggressor.
Yeah. That's the most heinous, awful thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
Ever.
Who's the aggressor then? It's fucked up, isn't
Simple,
it?
yeah. It's
You
fucked
start
up.
stripping away. We're all just taught to believe, Russians are fucking evil, communism is evil.
Yeah, the Muslims are evil.
Yeah,
Russians are
everyone's
evil.
always fucking evil. It's like, well, who's the fucking aggressor?
Every action has a reaction, Dimitri. True.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
So if they're a little bit aggressive, you can't really blame them because look at what you're doing.
Dude, speaking of fucking, you know what? Now everyone, because we were talking about shitty Australian pop culture.
James
fucking
Sherry.
icons. James Sherry's a gun. God bless that man. Dude, did you see the podcast that Red Simons was part of? Do you remember Red Simons?
I do remember
Didn't he
it.
go
With the
on a
gong.
racist rant?
Yeah, man.
He got it.
Look at that. Hang on, I screenshotted it.
He's got he went on a racist rant, man.
lost his shit.
Was
Hang
it
on.
against an Asian person?
Hang on. I'll actually drum the article up because I can't
He
find
was always a really weird character. He used to creep me out when I was younger. Like, you watch Hey Hey and he'd just, like, stare at them before
with glasses
before
and
he'd
shit.
ding the
He's
bell
got
and stuff.
an
With his
got a
glasses.
reputation as
He had
being really
glasses.
arrogant. You got a reputation for being really, really arrogant.
He seemed like it.
Yeah, just this cunt of a man.
Yeah.
It's like, well, dude, you're on Skyhooks. You're part of Skyhooks. You were the guitarist of Skyhooks.
70s!
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Here you go.
Red Simon's bizarre interview. It caught my eye because he's on a podcast. The bizarre podcast that saw veteran broadcaster Red Simons ask his guest a succession of offensive questions about a race has been deleted from the ABC website. Yeah? Hang on. Even his friend, hang on. Fellow ABC colleague Jonathan Green offered the unusual defence that his friend had never imagined the podcast would see the light of day. That's why it went up. Mm-hmm. I say this as a friend of Red Simons. This is audio he'd never imagined would see the light of day. Ugly, but in its way private. I'm uneasy. All right? Get this, man. Look what he said. He invited ABC journalist and producer Beverly Wang onto his show to discuss her own newly launched podcast, It's Not a Race. Her show takes a look at race, racism, identity, culture, and difference in contemporary Australia, which is what we do. You know, should contact Beverly Wang.
Mrs. Wang.
The interview took a strange turn almost immediately after Simons informed his guest that he was upset because he'd wanted to launch a segment tackling similar topics as on his own show, except my segment was called What's the Deal with Asians? Well, let's tackle that. What is the deal with Asians, Red? Asked Wang gamely. No, I ask the questions. What's the deal with Asians? It's just a useful general question about the nature of our culture and how one should interact with people who have a different cultural background. And then he had another question for his guest. Are you yellow? Then he asked if she was Chinese, to which Wang explained that she was born in Canada with a Taiwanese family background. From there, Simons quizzed Wang on her ancestry, including what sort of boat her ancestors had used to flee mainland China for a new life in Taiwan. And then by this time, both parties seemed incredulous at each other's line of questioning. So Simon said, do they speak Mandarin or Cantonese? Who's they? The people in Taiwan. They speak Taiwanese and they speak Mandarin. And in Canada, where I'm from, they speak English and French. I knew that. You're probably from the west coast of Canada. Why do you think that, Red? Because it's closer to Asia. Oh, I'm just asking. Don't get defensive.
Red.
That's not on. That's not on.
Yeah, and then she brought up that whole blackface thing. You know,
that's right. Yeah.
That was embarrassing. Yeah, like
Harry-
the blackface fucking red
with
face.
Harry
and
Connick
shit.
Jr.
Yeah,
He lost it, though.
Harry Connick Jr. lost his shit. And then
Didn't appreciate it, Nicholas.
No.
he could, hey, dude, Simon said that it was alleged to be blackface when Harry Connick Jr. felt most uncomfortable. And then his guest said, why is it alleged to be blackface? Because there was white face and there was brown face and there was blackface. There was a variety of faces.
What?
That's so fucked up. Then he asks,
That is arrogance.
then forgot his guest's name and then asked her about her birth name. Like what her birth name was.
He was drunk.
No, it's just
What is it, Hong Wang?
no, he wasn't drunk. But think about it. He's married to a Greek as well.
She's actually quite prominent in the Hellenic community.
Yeah. But
Racist.
this is a guy that's been in broadcast. He's been in broadcasting his entire life.
Yeah.
And he's asking these kind of questions on a podcast. Like, what's wrong with you?
Maybe he tried like heroin for the first time and he just didn't give a fuck.
You know what, man? That brought up something else. Like, yeah, that whole blackface
Whacked
thing.
out.
Just whacked
Dude,
out and fucking
do you watch
Hey,
that?
yellow.
What was that Chris Lilly show? Summer
Heights High.
Yeah. Do you remember the
that
character?
really quick?
It's a bummer.
I hated that show. Right? I fucking hated that show.
It's a good show.
Do you remember the characters on that show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Watched it.
Jonah, Jemay,
Yeah.
Alan the teacher. He was the best. It was a good show, man. I can't believe you didn't like it.
I hated it, right?
Oh, bro.
I fucking hated it for one thing that stuck out. Jonah. That's blackface.
Yeah, because they painted him.
He plays a fucking Tongan. And that show got pulled in fucking in Tonga.
Yeah, he looks more tan though, like he's just been in the sun for a while.
That's not the point. He's playing a caricature of he's making a... He got pulled. Hang on a second here.
Because there was another spin-off show, Jonah from Tonga, and it was just all about Jonah.
Yeah, that's what got pulled, man. Hang on here. I was reading about it the other day.
Still on Netflix.
No, not from Netflix. It got pulled from something else. Wait a second. I swear, I was reading about it literally the other day. It got axed from Maori television overseas.
Oh.
Yeah, they put it. Said this is...
We don't like it, bro.
Perpetuating stereotypes and, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, it is. He's he's in blackface.
Jonah from Tonga. Yeah, you're right. Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
But they painted him.
And it's the same as Ali G. Do you remember Ali G? Did you like that movie when it came out?
Yeah.
I didn't like Ali G as a character, right? Sacha Baron Cohen's a very talented actor, but I did not like Ali G as a character because it was just perpetuating these negative stereotypes, right? Because at the same time, this black comedian from the UK came out and said, how would it go down if I came out wearing like a yarmulke and like doing like Nagila Halva and shit, like all the Jewish shit?
It wouldn't go down.
It wouldn't go down very well at all, man. They'd fucking lose it. Yes, he's taking an urban stereotype and just perpetuating that, and like making a mockery of it. Where this black actor, comedian, whatever, said, if I fucking put on a Jewish attire and started playing this outlandish Jewish character and doing all this stereotypical shit, the media would lose their fucking minds over it. So how's that fair? It's just a cheap gimme joke. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Johnny.
Like all the Wog jokes, dude. Like that Wogs in work.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this gimmick died.
Cheesy bullshit that's been done a million times.
It's cheap. It's a cheap gimme joke now. You know? It's like, I actually lost it last night. I was talking about Mary Custis. Yeah? The Effie character from Acropolis.
Which is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember her.
Dude, Mary Custis is a talented actor, but she never broke the Effie stereotype. She's been playing Effie. It's like My Big Fat Greek Wedding. That's what the conversation stemmed from. Yeah? Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
I actually haven't.
I've seen, I think, maybe 20 minutes of it.
It's nothing like what we are.
No, as in like anytime it was on TV or I was at someone's house and it was on in the background, I might have paid attention to like 20 minutes of thing, and I was just like, this is a joke. Because, that Windex fucking...
Which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know anyone that washes shit with Windex. There's apparently an in-joke. Like, explain, because I haven't seen it.
No, like they say, everything, we use Windex for everything. Like, cleaning, if you've got a sore on you, like a mosquito bite. We don't fucking use Windex.
I've never heard that as a thing.
I use a lighter like everyone else.
Yeah, the whole story about My Big Fat Greek Wedding is this Greek woman hooks up with a Westerner. Like
and the family's like, oh my God, it's a Westerner. Why? How can you do this to me? Yeah, the father's not accepting because he's not Greek.
And then they turn into My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Like every Greek has got a massive family with like a million relatives.
This might have been relative in the 30s.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing to do with Greeks of the 2000s or like today's.
Just play every stereotype.
People don't really care, do they, anymore?
Every fucking stereotype you could ever think of, they just play it out. But what shits me...
Did they do Dissolver?
Yes,
they
did.
Of course they did.
Oh, and this is my nephew Nick,
George Con.
Yeah.
Everyone's called Nick, George, and Con.
It's like, really? Not like... Okay, the name is quite prevalent in Greek thing, but there's a lot of other fucking names, like stuff that you wouldn't even... There's kids these days still in Greece called Achilles, like proper ancient names, proper...
But it shits me, like straight away, if someone ever describes their family as being like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, man, that's like a straight walk away.
Yeah.
Don't turn back. It's like, get a fucking job.
No, don't even say anything. You just spin and walk.
Yeah, get a fucking job. If you're going to rope your family into some Hollywood fucking movie that just perpetuates every stupid stereotype under the sun, then you need some fucking help, and that's a sad family. Like, seriously. And that's what shit me about the Effie character, yeah? She was fine for 2 seasons of Acropolis Now. In the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, it's fine.
With Mimo.
Because that was relevant, yeah. But, dude, I remember George Campagnara's coming to our high school to give, like, a motivational speech, and he did a bit of his material, and someone had asked him the question why, have you done anything more, like, because right now he does stand-up, he's an MC, like, I've seen his shows a couple
I told you, I almost took him out at Nicholas. He bumped into him, and he fucking almost went to the glass.
Oh, really?
Fuck him.
Like, I've seen his stuff, right, and it's decent because he's actually progressed a bit, right? Like, he's done a lot better than, say...
Sorry, is this the guy that played the Wog Boy in that movie?
No, that's Nick Giannopoulos.
The little guy. I'll show you.
The little guy.
Yeah,
played Mimo.
I think
Played the waiter, the really eccentric Wog waiter.
Yep.
Yeah, right? But in 97, 98, whenever it was that we saw him at our high school, he gave his speech and someone had asked him, blah, 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 what happened with the Acropolis and all that. And he said,
Oh yeah,
his words were, he goes, I didn't want to spend the rest of my life playing Mimo. I got over it. It gets old. It's played. Yeah. You can still have elements of that really Greek, persona, but he didn't want to just be known as that, credited as that.
Yeah.
Whereas Effie, Mary Koustas built a career on that, but she just kept playing it. Remember that Greeks on the Roof shit?
Yeah.
And even now, she promotes all her stage shows, but even Effie.
She does commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Effie. Okay, get over it now.
Yeah,
that was fine in the fucking late 80s. It was relevant then. Now it's just you're perpetuating this stupid stereotype. It doesn't exist anymore, man.
Yeah.
Or if it does, it's very small scale. And then people like that are ridiculed.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the fucking blackface. It's like all that shit.
There's that show on at the moment, Here Come the Habibs. Have you seen that?
That's a joke, dude. That is the worst show.
Yeah, I watched a little bit the other night and I was like, dude, oh my God.
9 times out of 10,
turn off.
Self-respecting Middle Eastern Arab would just be like, that is a fucking joke. You're making us look like Neanderthals.
Yeah.
You're making us look like fucking Neanderthals. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with Mary Koustas, yeah? My mum saw a stage show earlier this year, I think. I think it was earlier this year or late last year. I can't remember. I think maybe it was late last year. And she said she had a stage show going on where she plays, and I said, she goes, do you want to come? I'm like, nah, I'm right. And she said, okay.
Pass.
She went and saw it, and she said, it's actually incredible. I'm like, why? Because she plays 10 characters in the stage show, and she plays all of them. She plays an uncle, she does an impersonation of a dad, does an impersonation of an auntie, every character. She just dresses up in the garb.
Shows her range.
Yeah. Effie is really only a small portion, or not a small portion, but it's just an element.
Just a small character, yeah.
She's so talented. Okay, cool. It's a shame she hasn't fucking done that on a mainstream because she just let herself get tied into that whole Effie shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Her character should have died with Con the Fruiterer.
Yeah.
Literally. Con the Fruiterer didn't last, for ages.
Con the
Remember
Fruiterer,
that?
man.
Yeah, I remember Con the Fruiterer, yeah.
My article against...
That was that kind of...
My article against Nova, the one when I took Nova to war, back in 2005 or whenever it was.
Yes.
I'd mentioned Con the Fruiterer as a prime example. What's the guy's name? Mark...
He's an Australian dude.
He's an Australian guy. And he based Con the Fruiterer off his actual fruiterer somewhere in Northcote or something. But it's again, perpetuating the stereotypes, man. At one point, do you let that go? You know what I mean? It's good for a fucking laugh, but fuck, man.
Been done sort of thing.
Mark Mitchell,
that's it. Does anyone remember Mark Mitchell for anything else? Yeah? Yeah.
What was his wife, Maria or something?
Yeah, some shit like that. He had all the daughters. Rula, Sula,
yeah, that's right,
whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, it's funny, but dude, that was in the late 80s, early 90s again.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see that shit now.
I see he created it after being served by 2 Greek Australian storeholders at Glenferrie Markets in Hawthorne.
Speaking of Greeks, do you know what I found out?
$6.
Do you know who I found out was Greek? The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart.
What?
Bret Hart was...
Bret Hart is maternal grandmother or paternal grandfather. One is... Yeah, he's quarter Greek or half Greek or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Hollywood Hart.
I'm serious. Bret the Hitman Hart has got Greek ancestry.
How did his song go again?
Oh, his theme song?
Yeah.
Oh, it was,
Wait, I'm on it.
Yeah, his older brother passed away the other day, so it popped up in the obituaries or whatever, and I was reading about it.
Oh, fucking ads, man. Seriously? When will fucking YouTube just give it up?
Never.
Give it up,
They
man.
make too much money off that now, man.
Fucking asshole.
They're only going to be more, Nicholas.
Oh, well, fuck, man.
Not going to go backwards.
All right, anyway, he introducing Bret Hart theme song.
Totally deflated by the ads.
Fucking ruined it. Hurry up.
I don't...
Remember he used to come out with those sunnies?
Yeah, the shades.
Yeah, man. Oh, and the black leather jacket.
Yeah, and a pink singlet, maybe.
What a sick cut, man. He had the skull with the wings on it.
Yeah. And his brother died in a wrestling
Owen Hart,
stunt.
Man. That was tragedy. Yeah. That was straight out tragedy, man.
That's disgusting, man. Seeing a guy just drop like that.
Everyone thought it was a stunt.
Yeah.
And started cheering. It's like, hang on a minute.
Guy's dying.
He really isn't really.
Owen Hart, man. He fucking fell from scaffolding, man. That would be horrific. Seriously. That's fucked. Speaking of which, you know what's fucked up? The Jenners just got chicaned for a line of clothing that they released. Did you see it?
Oh.
Tell me you saw it.
I didn't see it. I'm guessing it's like a piece of string, though.
No.
Oh.
You know what they did? They superimposed their images over other famous, mostly dead celebrities.
What?
Yeah. Picture of Kylie Jenner's face superimposed over like a classic Kurt Cobain photo. Superimposed over like...
What?
Yeah, I'll show you. Hang on. I screenshotted this fucking shit.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Marketing.
Makes no sense.
Marketing. It got pulled for it. Like, yeah, look at this. Yeah. Dude, this is Jenner's face over Biggie. Look at the t-shirt.
What the fuck?
Have a look at it. Look at Jenner clothing line, celebrities. And, what's her name? Valletta Wallace, Biggie's mum, came out and tweeted, like a picture of the shirt with a big X through it. This product has no affiliation to the Notorious B.I.G. estate. The estate was never contacted about using the likeness of Biggie. Valletta Wallace tweeted, I'm not sure who told Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner they had the right to do this. The disrespect of these girls to not even reach out to me or anyone connected to the estate baffles me. I have no idea why they feel they can exploit the deaths of Tupac and my son Christopher to sell a t-shirt. Yeah, they had like Park's face with Kendall Jenner's face like superimposed over it.
Makes sense.
Dude, can you imagine me releasing a t-shirt with Kurt Cobain in the background and my face just plastered over it?
Oh, just your sexy face.
No, but what is the fucking relevance?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I don't get.
If I was like... Yeah, there you go.
Doors,
the
Jim
Doors,
Morrison.
yeah, they're all different t-shirts.
Aussie.
Yeah.
Really weird concept. Doesn't really like...
Why? That's like literally branding.
It's like, what are you trying to say? Like, that you're this, like, level of whatever? Like...
Yeah. And we're talking about Kendall and Kylie. They've done, what have they done? Nothing.
Sharon Osbourne. See what she said?
No, I read it, but I didn't
She
screenshot
goes,
it.
when she saw the one of Aussie, she goes, girls, you haven't earned the right to put your face with musical icons. Stick to what you know. ... Lip gloss.
Yeah, slide up and down the runway. That's about all you know.
How fucked up is that?
Doesn't make sense. That's really weird.
It's no relevance. It's like, you know what? If it was Eazy-E and a picture, and Eazy-E's son put his own face over it, like,
Kinda get
it's
it.
like, yeah, I get it. Old and new, you know, whatever.
They did it with Metallica. They did it with Kiss.
Yeah.
Well, the Metallica one I understand.
Fuck off, you.
What's the relevance?
See, look, they scratch out the name Metallica and they put a pose of themselves.
Why?
And someone actually wrote, I like your stuff, but that is way too disrespectful. Like, that's like...
But this,
I just don't get it. I don't
that's like,
understand it.
you know what that's like? That's like taking this coffee cup, this crappy, like just this regular cardboard coffee cup, slapping Richard Branson's Virgin sign on it, and say, oh, here you go. $50. What? Because Virgin's a big brand, and that is now a coffee cup.
It's a Virgin cup.
Yeah. Or, dude, taking out That's Not Right t-shirt and just slapping a Virgin sticker over it, and now selling it as a Virgin t-shirt.
And put like, that's not Virgin.
Yeah. And just selling that as a Virgin t-shirt. Yeah, well, that's now a Virgin t-shirt. Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough.
That's official Virgin, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know,
That's
it makes so much sense.
$147.
And Richard Branson sitting there rubbing his hands like, I'm going to make money not just off one estate, but every estate. Richard Branson, Tupac t-shirts with Virgin on it. But why? It makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's just like a quick money grab for no reason whatsoever. Speaking of which, we watched the All Eyez on Me movie.
And?
The more I think about it,
it pisses me off.
The more it pisses me. I've ranted to like 20 different people.
You know what?
All asked me the same thing.
The first maybe hour and a bit was okay, and then it just fell apart. Like it fucking
goes for 2 hours and 20 minutes, man.
The movie fell apart.
So wait, for anyone that doesn't know, Tupac movie, it's a movie on his life, right?
Yeah, All Eyez on Me. It's the first proper movie that's come out.
About his life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the rundown. What was wrong?
I'll give you the man. You know what?
Give me the 411.
We walked out and we said it wasn't bad, but then we started talking about it. It's like, you know what? Actually, that was fucking shit.
Yeah, I know that
You know
feeling.
what's funny? Like we kind of pinpointed the time where the movie went really shit
When it went off the rails,
because we both looked at each other and we're like, the fuck, man? We both of us like
Just
fuck
like-
is this shit? and then for the rest of it, we're like, man, this is fucked.
Just ruined it for you.
This is fucked.
Dude, I'm sitting there like throwing down popcorn going, this is bullshit.
This is fucked. But literally, when I left, because
we walked out and we started talking about it, and we're like,
I'll be honest, man, I've only spoken to one person that said they thought it wasn't bad. They actually liked it. It was the rookie. And that makes sense. I actually haven't...
youngin'.
I haven't spoken to him yet.
naive.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him yet since I watched it, but I'll tell him. Like, I don't care. Who hear this anyway? Like, I'm not throwing him under the bus.
No.
But it sort of comes down to the fact that he's...
Pathetic, Thomas.
No. He's like
Absolutely pathetic.
There's like a 7-year age gap between us. So when I was 15 listening to this in high school...
Puck was in his prime. He was still alive.
As he was
still alive.
He was still alive, you know what I mean?
When we were 15.
Yeah, the rookie was only 7, 8 years old.
Sort of. No, wait. how old were we when he passed away? No,
He
we were
died in
13,
99.
14.
He died in 99.
No, 96, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, 96, sorry.
Yeah, so we were like, what, 13, 14?
Yeah.
We were 13, 14.
Yeah, 13
But we were in
years
his prime. We were listening to
We
him.
were 12, 13. Yeah? And then, like, obviously in the aftermath of that, more
Yeah.
albums came
Yeah.
out. So really, Tupac's prime came after the 7 Day Theory, which
Yeah.
got released after he died.
Yeah.
So it would have been like 97, 98, 99. That was like full swing. Pac's been dead for a couple of years, but they're still releasing albums, and a movie came out like a year ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And The Rookie would have only been, dude, when Pac died, if we were 12,
He wouldn't have been known about it.
6 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6,
exactly,
7 years
yeah.
old, if that.
So he's looking at it from a different point of view.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And I said the same thing about Straight Outta Compton. As a movie, it's a pretty good movie. Factually, there's a lot fucking wrong with it.
Wrong.
Yeah, and what it does is it sets the tone for people to believe, oh, that's what it was like. It's like, no, it wasn't like that. Like, it's fine as a nice little story, but it's not the way it is. All right? So the more I looked at All Eyez on Me, and the more shit kept popping up in my, like, the days after when I start reading. Like, wait a minute.
Hang on a second.
Right? All right? So from the top, let's just say what was wrong with it.
Was the guy that played Packy good?
Yeah. He was good.
Yeah.
He was good. He looked like him. He fucking looked like
Puzzle
him.
Poo.
No. He played him well.
He looked like him. He had the accent down, the delivery, the swagger, had all that down. But the acting generally was just wooden. It was just stiff as. It just seemed really some of it was just really cliche and over the top. It's like,
Cliche gangster.
come on, man.
Towards the end, we'll explain, but towards the end, we're both like, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Right? They paced it, they started it off, and they paced it really, really slowly. Yeah? And I'm thinking they've got 2 hours and 20 minutes. This is good. Like, at least they show that.
We're going to get the full rundown.
Yeah, they show that he was from New York, which a lot of people don't know. His fucking MC name was MC New York, which they made mention of. Like,
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, he was from the West Side. It's like,
No,
yeah,
he
but he
wasn't.
fucking grew up and was raised in New York City, right?
He's so massive.
He's so massive. Literally.
Yeah.
He went to the School of Art.
Baltimore.
Yeah. He went to the School of Arts where he did ballet, Shakespeare, like all that shit. A lot of people, like, they didn't portray him as a gangbanger, which was good.
They put a young Jada in there.
Yeah.
Jada Pickett Smith.
Right?
They put her in there.
They took a few liberties, creative liberties, like he reads her a poem, which he never did. It popped up in that book, that Rose That Grew from the Concrete or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a book of poetry that he released as a spoken word thing.
But they had to fill it. There's like a filler.
All right, fine. Took a few creative liberties, right? They show him going to Baltimore, then going to LA. And then all of a sudden, flash to like, he gets into Digital Underground, flash to him sitting in like some record label's executive's office trying to convince a Jew that Brenda's Got a Baby has to be the way it is.
Interscope.
Yeah,
It's
and
meant to
just
be
this
Interscope,
played out fucking, I'm just like, oh my God. Next minute, he's on tour doing Strictly For My, and then what was the other one? Me Against the World. The Tupacalypse Now, like that whole, like he's banking off that. Like, what just happened? Then he gets
How did we get here?
gets thrown in jail for shooting a cop, and the rape.
The rape.
Yeah, they dragged that out. I'm like, okay,
With a guy named Douglas.
Big Doug.
all right.
Big Douglas.
And then from that,
Big Dong Doug.
literally, he's in jail. Suge Knight bails him out, and that was the big thing. Suge had come up with a contract saying basically, do 3 albums for us, and I'll get you out right now. Yeah,
Death Row.
yeah. Joins the Death Row label. Yeah,
Doesn't sign, shakes his hand.
yeah.
This is the
But
contract, right?
the actual contract that they had was
Yeah.
just this handwritten shit,
Yeah.
which they did in prison. It was fucking hilarious. If you actually look it up, I'll find and put it up on the Facey page, yeah? But then, it goes from that, he's at the House of Blues, doing his last concert, right? And he's, other than factual errors like he performs Hail Mary, which was on the 7 Day Theory, which was released after he died.
Which he never fucking
He
performed.
never performed live, right? They create a
did
fake beef with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They failed to mention the big beef with Dre.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was talking to Malaka about it because he asked me, how was it? I said, okay, let me ask you a question. How intricate do you think Dr. Dre's relationship was to Tupac, Death Row, and that whole saga? It was like pretty fucking intricate. Like,
Dude, it was a major part.
they had a falling out when Dre left Death Row, and then the 7 Day Theory was essentially a Dr. Dre diss album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they said, fuck Dre, we don't need him. And they created like the whole thing. And he had his own reasons to go after him as well, yeah?
And they just glossed over that.
Glossed. Dude, this is Dr. Dre's involvement in this movie, yeah? Park comes out of prison, gets handed his Rolex, his death row medallion and a suitcase of money and weed. All right, let's go make some music. They get to the studio, and California Love is playing, right? The beat.
And Puck's like, oh, man. Like, oh, man. Like, you know?
That was his only good song.
I want to stab you
I
so
want to
hard.
kill you right now, man.
Shank you, man. Like,
That's it.
California.
young blood.
Right. So you have that. They get to the studio, and this is literally Dr. Dre's involvement in this fucking movie. Sup, Park? Sup, Dre? Mad beat. Yeah.
Over.
And
Scene over.
Hour later, Dre left. I'm not Dre.
That's it.
That's it. That's Dre's involvement. Literally, I'm not even joking.
It makes you wonder what they're thinking. Like, were they just like,
you know what they did?
I'm not even joking.
It's like we wrote
The last hour,
we can't fit it in.
Fucking rushed it.
Yeah, we can't
to
fit
the
it in.
shithouse.
Yeah, we'll just
but
skip
there was
over it.
parts in that movie they didn't have to put in.
Do you know what
This happened after he died?
Do you know what they filled it in with? 45, 55 minutes of his fiancée,
Of a love story.
Quincy
Jones' daughter.
Yeah. His relationship with her.
Which I'm pretty sure...
They failed to mention the Outlaws, the beef with, like, they only touched on the beef with Biggie, right?
The Outlaws, man.
Yeah.
Gaddafi, all those boys. Like, you
Idi
serious?
Amin. They failed to mention all of that. Yeah.
Like, non-existent.
It didn't happen, but it's just a love story with Quincy Jones' daughter.
what the fuck?
This could have been written so much better.
I'm telling you. How can you leave something
Sounds
out?
like you boys could have wrote it better.
Oh, dude. No one even knew about his fiancée.
When she came on the screen, me and him looked at each other like, who the fuck's that?
Dude, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, is seen in a screen, a shot somewhere.
But he was a major part
It was
of
the
it.
whole implementation of, like, the beef. Apparently, like...
East versus West, man.
Yeah, Tupac believed that Puff Daddy and Biggie both knew about the shooting, that it was going to get set up. That was the whole reason for it. And they just felt like... Dude, I was checking the credits to see
He
who
was in it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was checking the credits for it. I'm like, when was Diddy in it? I don't remember seeing him. Like, I don't even remember seeing the actor representing him.
No.
Like, there was no mention of it.
Just in the background,
Yeah,
somewhere just looking
the
at
only saving grace, and I swear to God, I've said this 100 times, the one thing I fucking love that they did was when he gets to the studio after prison, he walks in, and you see Daz, Daz Dillinger,
Yeah.
and he's played by Daz's son, who's also playing Daz in the DPG movie, which is coming out.
Yes,
Which
that'll be awesome.
I'm waiting for it.
I'm
right?
hoping that's good.
I'm hoping that cleans up the mess that they've left, right? They've got Daz's son in the Daz in the studio, and like, oh, what's he doing?
Fucking looks exactly like
Yeah,
him, man.
Studio B, like the shit studio. They've gone in, it's like, what's he doing? And just go, ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Oh, shit.
And everyone's like losing it. It's like, man, this is going to be some shit. And then like he comes back around, Daz is in the studio, and he's got the start of Ambitions as a writer.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's sick.
So a nice little bit they put in there.
And then Tupac's like, oh, Dad, slow the beat down a bit. So he slows it down, and you just hear, and everyone's like just bopping. It's like,
Just
man,
feeling it.
they finally credit Daz. They finally gave him the credit that he fucking deserves. Daz Dillinger created All Eyez on Me. He was the core producer behind that album. Everyone thinks it's Dre, where Dre did Can't See Me, he did California Love, and I think he did one more. I can't remember what it was.
Des Gillinger, man.
Yeah, but he finally gets the credit he deserves. You know what I mean?
That was a silver lining.
That was like the one saving grace. Like, oh my God, thank God they did it. Because I love Daz Dillinger's work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Outside, that was it, dude. That was it.
Outside of that,
then
bullshit.
45 minutes of his love story with Quincy Jones' daughter.
Which
And then
no-
he gets shot.
Which no one cared about.
No one gives a fuck about that, man. There's so much more you could have said. And then he got shot, literally. Like, that was it.
Like, his shooting scene was like a minute.
Yeah.
And then, oh, well, he's dead. And then it's...
It's still unsolved to this day.
yeah.
What?
And the credits started rolling. We're like, huh?
We were just looking at each other like, what the fuck happened?
What just happened here, man? And we both got up. This is my life.
You know the other things, yeah. They play Suge Knight. The guy who plays Suge Knight's a boss, but they play him out to be like some sort of wise mentor, like a father figure, and they show him being a bit violent. It's like, dude, Suge Knight was a mobster, like as in just this
Full
bully
gangster.
cunt that just Dude, he hung Vanilla Ice from a balcony to get him out of his contract. He dangled Vanilla Ice by the fucking ankles over a balcony to shake him down to sign over like deeds to his contract.
Give up the rights.
Yeah. I'm serious. But they play him out like to be like some sort of violent cunt, but still giving all this wise, like, knowledge.
Yeah, like he was like a father figure.
Yeah. It's like, you cunts are fucked. They couldn't fuck it anymore.
Why do they do this?
Because money. It's bullshit.
They could have done it so much better.
Dude,
They
the
could have done it so much better.
The Outlaws were with, like, from Hit 'em Up.
Yeah, man.
Outlaws were on Hit 'em Up, which was a fuck Biggie, fuck Mobb Deep, who they don't even fucking mention.
At all.
Fuck Bad Boy, fuck Chino XL, Little Kim. Like, he goes after everyone and Hit 'em Up. And the only time the Outlaws get a mention is when they're in the car in Vegas just before he gets shot, and he puts on a tape with the Outlaws on it.
Yeah.
And Tupac's like, check it out, Outlaws, blah, blah, blah. It's like, is that it?
That's all they mention.
That's the
about.
mention.
They don't mention his movies. They mention, the only movies they mention are Juice, his first big break, right?
Above the Rim.
They mention that. Above the Rim, they mention that. They mentioned that he didn't get the role for Higher Learning,
yeah.
because he had a falling out with John Singleton, the director, which is true. But then they failed to mention Gridlocked and Poetic Justice, his biggest movie. His biggest commercial success was Poetic Justice with Janet Jackson. They failed to mention it.
Yeah, it never happened.
Outright!
No, we're talking about.
I was reading about it. They reckon it's because John Singleton directed that as well, and he had a fall. John Singleton was set to direct the Tupac movie, and then he jumped off board. Yeah.
Okay.
And they reckon that's why. It's like a nice little subtle, go fuck yourself. You know, you didn't direct this movie, so I'm not mentioning the movie you actually did direct with
No
Tupac.
kudos for you.
It's like, dude, you can't not mention Poetic Justice. I don't think I've ever sat through the whole movie, but you can't not mention it.
Yeah, you got to tell it how it was. So.
Yeah, no. Dude, it's rubbish.
Disappointing.
Fucking rubbish. Fiddy came out and said it was garbage.
Yeah.
Who directed it?
Some cunt.
Let me have a look.
Yeah. Some random cunt. He's done a couple, he did music videos. This was his first feature film.
You know what? I'm going to say it, and it's even worse when you hear it. It's like, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
I'm not angry, I'm disappointed because I was expecting better. Like, the biggest guilt trip ever.
That's going to hurt the director more than anything.
Fuck him.
Just the disappointedness.
What the hell? Hey, guys, what's the date today?
Date today is the 5th.
Okay, I've been getting text messages from Dodo this entire time. Like I said at the start, I connected to the NBN.
Yeah.
Listen to this cunt.
Benny Boom. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I told you, he's never done a feature film. He's only a music video director.
Yeah.
You fucked.
So why give it to that guy?
Why?
Why give the guy that gig if he's
Cheap?
Yeah.
But it's Tupac.
Cheap!
It's Tupac.
Dude.
It's like one of the biggest figures.
We can get him at a steal.
Pack of smokes and a couple of fucking Twinkies.
Boys, this is Benny. He's your new director. What's up, mate?
Benny Boom.
Yeah, this guy doesn't even have a trailer. Just rocks up in his Hyundai Getz.
They pitch a tent for him.
Yeah, his Getz.
Yeah, no gets.
Yeah, man. I love it. You know what's actually cool? I think it was the song Toss It Up from the 7 Day Theory.
Toss it up.
Yeah. That was produced.
how it goes?
That was produced by the actor that plays Tupac. That was produced by his old man.
Ship.
Yeah, Demetrius Ship something. Yeah,
Big D.
that's it. He produced
Big
that
D.
song. That's pretty cool. Working on that.
And
But
the actor did well, though. He did well.
he did well.
Packy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did well.
Packy.
Everything else was fucked. Yeah, dude, the NBN. I was in Waivers yesterday, and I got a text from Dodo like a week or two ago saying you can jump ship to the NBN for like the same amount of money that you're paying now. I'm like, well, maybe I can do it.
May as well do it.
Yeah, so I saw the stand. This dude, biggest wog-looking dude ever, man. He's like, hey, bro. I'm like, hey. I go, I can sign. Yeah, I'll sign you up. I'm like, yeah, mad. What's it cost? Whatever.
Platinum package?
Dude, I was standing there for literally 30 minutes.
So when was this?
Yesterday. Why?
Has your internet been connected yet?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Bow.
Dude, okay, how much is it going to cost? He's like, it was literally $6 difference, in thing. I'm like, nah, all right, I'll pay it, like, big deal, I'll do it. And I go, yeah, the NBN guys have been out the building, they've been drilling holes all over the place and just left everything unpainted. They just left everything, like, yeah, with the NBN, okay. And just walked away. I'm like, looks like shit. It's like, it's some slumlord, some slum building in Noble Park, who cares, Like, literally.
Where do we drill here, old dude?
I'm serious. There were holes in my roof, man, in the corridor.
Taking a shit and a big just drill bit comes up on the floor.
Next to my feet.
Right between the webbing of your toes.
There he is. Oh, sorry.
That means that they got into the apartment downstairs.
Never mind, NBN.
Seriously. I was waiting there for half an hour while the guy was going through the details. Yeah. And then He's like, all right, it's gonna. This is the other thing that got me. I'm like, so what's it gonna cost? He's like, oh, it's $7 difference. And he goes, oh, there's a $2.99 fee, a setup fee, but I'll waive that. I'm like,
$299.
yeah, but I guess I'll waive that. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Because you're cute.
No, I don't know why. I think probably because
you know,
just felt bad.
it's a script.
Because I was waiting there forever. I think it just felt bad. But dude, he has the power to just waive like a $200 fee. Like, yeah, it's fine.
So if he hates you, $4.99.
Seriously.
Will it not be waived?
I love how, don't you love when you make a complaint and they're like, there's nothing we can do, and then you go through every single medium and channel, it's like, okay, we'll just waive that fee. Why didn't you just do it at the start?
So there were things you could do, you just chose not to for a little while.
They could literally make, like...
But the joke's on him, thinking that you were going to pay that $2.99.
Yeah, exactly. No shit. No, I'm serious. It's fucked. Anyway, I'm sitting there, and...
You won't get internet till August.
Dude, you know what the fuck thing is? I've looked at my credit card. I'm like, yeah, sweet. I had no money. I get paid today, right? I was floating on fucking chalk, right? Nothing. The cunt charged me the month's bill.
Oh, in advance?
Yeah. So my credit card went down to minus $20. Like, what the fuck? And I said to him, okay, so what do I do to set this up? Oh, it goes, we'll send a text out to make the appointment for the NBN guys to come and connect something. They've got to get into my apartment and then make some sort of connection. I don't know what it is, like whatever.
Install the cameras somewhere.
wiring funds.
Yeah, man. Install cameras in my bathroom and bedroom. Yeah, we're NBN. Yeah. Seriously, right? But they said, I've been getting texts. I said, so how long? He's like, oh, usually it'll take a couple of weeks. You'll get a text. I'm thinking, fuck, does that mean I've got to take a day off work, like, to be home or whatever? I've been getting texts, like, during this entire podcast. It says,
you'll be home.
Your Dodo NBN thing has been submitted. Further updates will come along, including connection appointment date. And then I got one an hour ago saying your Dodo NBN appointment is set between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. So the morning, obviously. Yeah. On the 18th. So when's that? What day is that? I've got no idea.
Next Tuesday.
I'll be at work.
I think.
Please call this number if you or someone over 18 cannot attend.
What date did you say? The 12th?
18th.
Oh, 18th.
Oh, Friday.
Yeah. Tuesday.
Wait.
Tuesday, Friday? Guys.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday week.
Service should activate 1 or 2 business days after appointment. And there's another one. Your Dodo products are now ready for pickup at Dodo Connect Cranbourne.
Oh, dude.
What products?
Why go to Cranbourne for it?
And why Cranbourne? What the? I don't know what any of this stuff is.
I had to actually drive out your way to Clayton to pick up my original Dodo.
I don't live in Clayton. I live in Noble Park.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Your original hood. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but they make you go and pick it up from the outlet store or whatever.
Why do I have to go to Cranbourne?
It's fucking way out of the way. Cranbourne's a mile away, man.
What do I have to pick up?
The modem?
A kick to the nuts. There's your NBN.
Seriously? And now you're telling me that it's shit. We knew it was shit because it's still got that shitty copper wiring.
I've heard a couple of people that went on it, friends of mine, and they wish they didn't change. It's slower than ADSL. So I hope that's not the case for you, because you'll probably kill someone.
Fucking hell, where are all these people?
Yeah,
like the gully?
They killed themselves.
Yeah. Were they all previously in the gully?
Or Seaford.
Nari Warren.
That's a response.
Packy.
Oh, yeah, forget it. They don't know what they're doing out there.
Shout out to Pakenham.
Pumpkins.
Seriously, man. They don't know what they're doing out there, man.
Man, I've got Optus ADSL too, and it is fantastic.
I've got Optus ADSL too. I had it, and then I got rid of it for Dodo because it was cheaper. I'm a malacca.
Do you guys know what a power line adapter is?
No.
Yeah, where it transforms your electrical sockets into internet ports.
Yeah.
They
so
decent?
Cool. So cool.
That's cool. That's existed for years.
Yeah, dude, because obviously I'm upstairs, so plug it into the power outlet downstairs, put the Ethernet cable from the modem into that, go upstairs, plug a little box into my PowerPoint upstairs,
and you're good to go?
And then an Ethernet cable comes out of that into my PlayStation, and I have wide internet all through the electrical grid of the house.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Yes.
How much did it cost you?
Super cool, man. Like, how ingenious is that?
How much did it cost you?
It came with the Optus modem.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It was like a pack. It came with, like, Optus Fetch TV.
I remember I looked into it when I first moved to my place because my studio doesn't have a phone port in there. So I couldn't get a modem attached directly to the studio. So now I've got to leech Wi-Fi from the fucking living room. Yeah, dead set.
Yeah.
These fucking idiots. They put a phone line in the master bedroom. They didn't put one in the second bedroom. Like, dude, why wouldn't you want a fucking phone in every room of the house? Or what if you didn't use the master bedroom?
It's not like you've got 45 rooms in your place.
Yeah.
It's 2 rooms. Just fucking put them in.
At the same time, do you know where they put the TV? They put a TV aerial in the master bedroom.
Yeah.
Do you know where they put it?
Is it on the other side of the wall, opposite the window?
It's
behind the bed or something.
Is they?
where it is. This is when I decided that I wasn't putting a TV in my bedroom.
In the
And I'm
cupboard.
like, no more. It's, you know how one wall's the walk-in cupboard or whatever?
Yeah.
And that wall connects to the other, the 2 walls, so the one with the walk-in cupboard and there's the window on the other one, yeah? It's literally in the top corner in between the window and the walk-in cupboards. So how would you even mount a TV up there?
You
Just
know
rest it up against the window. Yeah.
Or against the walk-in cupboard.
Galley style.
The wardrobe.
You know my thoughts on the builders of that building.
Yeah, no, they're fucked. How
Not
ridiculous
great.
is that,
Not
man?
great. Not great at all, man.
Seriously. Like, who in there, right? Because it's that wall backs onto the living room wall where the other aerial is.
Yeah, because the phone would have gone, where do you want to put it? Ah, I just put it there.
And
Whole
that's
straight
it.
through. All right.
He probably went all the way through the wall by accident.
Yeah, he goes,
And
now we're going to deal with it.
like, that's it.
It happened again.
Because they were too lazy to run a cable through the wall.
Yeah.
And they just ran it, like, directly from wall to wall.
Put it through here.
Yeah.
He'll be right.
I just looked at it like, how can you seriously where are you going to put a TV? Either your TV is going to be in front of a cupboard or in front of a window.
On the ceiling.
So either way,
But when you're doing your thing,
So you're looking at TV.
just laying there wishing you were dead.
Watching the footy show.
And wishing you were dead. You're just looking up at the ceiling.
You're watching a footy show on a Thursday night.
Yeah, and you got Sam Newman on top of you. Like, or Hachi. Fuck
Speaking
that.
of which, Channel 7's launching a footy show.
Last week,
have?
the front bar beat footy show in the first week.
Really?
Yeah.
By how much?
By 10 or 15,000.
has that got Molloy and stuff in it?
100,000, sorry.
Yeah,
huh?
it's Mick Malloy,
Juddy,
Juddy,
Andrew
Mick
Marr.
Malloy, Sampang.
Sam Pang, and Andrew Marr, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd rather than watch Hutchie's fucking ugly head.
Yeah, they fucked the footy show, haven't they?
They have that whole. You
I
know
haven't
what?
watched it- I
Either
haven't
get
watched it
rid
in
of it.
ages.
I don't watch footy show anymore.
Yeah.
I used to watch it every Thursday night. All right, when Eddie was on and all those boys were on.
Yeah.
Now, like they got
We're
rid
off.
of Marmalade. They got rid of anything that had to do with. They tried to get Husey on. Husey is not funny. I don't find Dave Hughes funny. I find him stupid.
Yeah.
I don't find him funny.
Fucking all these dumbass fucking jokes. He goes in and does yeah, Husey loses it when he goes into the football clubs and he tries to be funny.
He tries to be funny.
Shits at the footy guys. Like, we're trying to say, man. Like, I want to smash you. Like,
Yeah.
he's not funny.
I've actually got a football question for both of you, learned football gentlemen. What?
Yes.
I'm just waiting for this. So
No,
something
no,
to do with you.
after that Thomas Bug hit over the weekend, where he punched that guy on the field and got 6 weeks. What someone was calling for red cards and yellow cards in the game. How do you feel about that?
Sending a player permanently off.
I think it's not such a bad idea.
Look.
Because as it stands, you can send someone out to intentionally fuck someone up without any repercussions.
Yeah, no,
in the
I
moment.
understand that.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, there are
that.
repercussions. You get 6 weeks.
Yeah, but during the game. I mean, you're going to be a player
Yeah,
up.
I can understand that, but
Like, it just makes sense to
have
have
we not
it.
changed the game enough?
Yeah, if it's something like that, it's like if you're a fuckhead, you're going to go off.
All
It's
right,
pretty simple to implement.
All right, but how many of those cases do we have? Honestly. Since Barry Hall, how many of those cases
Okay,
have we had?
how many cases on average per year do you have for striking?
For that kind of striking.
There's at least 1 or 2 a year, though.
Yeah.
How many are knocked out?
Probably a couple a year get knocked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not. You know what? I don't think it's an argument of the damage that the punch does. I think it's the intention and the malice behind the actual.
No, but they said if he didn't get knocked out and he came back on the field, he would have got half of the suspension.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah.
That's the same as with the sling tackle.
Yeah,
It should be
the double action.
It should be the intention behind the motion intention.
Whether or not he gets knocked out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he gets
the
knocked
intention
out.
was there.
So, no, well, he died 6 weeks. You know, like no, the guy.
Well, I didn't kill him, but the intention was there.
Well, it's like Hooley's hit
Yeah.
on Lamb.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? He got 2 weeks, then they took it back and got 4 weeks.
Everyone had an uproar and said,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he knew Lamb was there. He wasn't
looked
near
back
the,
at him.
he wasn't near the ball.
He looked back at him
Yeah.
and threw his fist out to punch him in the
Hit him
face.
in the face
He
and
wasn't
knocked him out.
He wasn't running towards a ball, didn't look back and just swung his arm out to brush someone off him.
No, he swung it back at
He
head
looked-
height.
made eye contact and punched the guy in the face.
You know what would be a better solution for me? I'll tell you what it is. I've been thinking. Instead of a straight red card, okay? You know how now
Paddling?
they've
Is it
got...
paddling?
No. It's paddling.
They've just got this guy on the side with a big paddle.
waiting, get over here.
Just
Slap
waiting.
him.
Just waiting.
Get plugger, you know.
Bend over.
So what
Should've
my
done it.
theory is, you know how You know how they've got the 20-minute concussion rule now? So when a player is deemed to be maybe concussed, the player goes off for 20 minutes. He has to be off for 20 minutes.
And do some tests.
They do the testing and stuff.
Some visual tests.
Screaming.
They were actually talking about SEN
Slap him in
today.
the face.
Slap him a few times.
Hey,
Squeeze his testicles.
What day is it?
Like it's got relevance.
Can you cough? Can you cough,
Yeah,
please?
cough. Turn your head and cough. What are you doing?
Maybe,
Is this necessary?
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, no.
maybe send the okay.
Sin bin.
But what
We're
if
talking sin bin? We're going to the sin bin.
sin bin? I'd rather a sin bin than a straight red. You can't just jump into a red card. Like,
Oh, you can in soccer.
well, but that's a total different sport.
There's no aggression in soccer as opposed to footy. I was talking about the sin bin the other day, how even in ice hockey...
Does
even,
rugby league have sin bin?
do they?
Yeah, man. You
I
get
don't-
off
I
for
don't
20
watch
minutes. Do you know what I mean? Like sin bin. But he'll still be reported, and he'll still be going to the tribunal.
But he doesn't get to play for like 20... Like, there's an actual repercussion in the game
Absolutely.
at that minute.
Absolutely. And he's...
Yeah, that sounds fair. 20 minutes.
I think we trial that before we go to... And then if that seems to work, and if it's getting worse, then we go to the cards. I think you can't just jump straight into the cards, because then there's just...
Can't dive straight into
Yeah,
the
because
card.
what if someone gets knocked out by accident by a knee on the ground, and the umpire straight away deems it as intentional, gives him a red card, then they go back to the video, he's already been sent off, he can't come back on, and it was an accidental knee to the face.
Overturn pending the video
can't.
result.
No,
Yeah,
you can't.
because it's like with
He can't.
soccer...
Once he's off, he's off. He can't come back on.
It's like with soccer, there's less chance of an unintentional hit that would knock a player out or whatever. Because there's the physicality of, say, European football is nowhere near the physicality of NHL, rugby, or AFL.
No, it's not.
It's got to be relative to the sport.
That's right.
Whereas AFL, you got cunts taking screamers. You know, you got fucking Matthew Lloyd taking some screamer off you. Guy weighs like 200 kilos. He's like 6'3". There's a good chance he's going to knee you in the back.
Surely
what
you
if
can discern between what is...
But the umpire has a split second to make a decision whether to send him off or not. And what if you saw it on a different angle? What if they were both going for the ball and, say, Dangerfield's shoulder hit Cripps's face, all right? And the umpire thought it was intentional. He actually shoulder charged him, but it was an accident. On video and a replay, but he's already sent him off.
Yeah.
And you can't come back on.
Well, maybe don't do it like that. Just say, I think he may have done an intentional hit. I'd like to check it on the video to see if it's red card worthy.
Nah.
Then you're slowing the game down completely, man.
Nah, it won't happen like that, man. We're already having trouble with goal line reviews. Yeah. Like, they can't make up their mind with, I don't know if it was a goal. And once the third umpire says, I don't know what it is, goal umpire's decision. After 10 minutes, it's a goal. Like, we can't get that right. How are we going to get this whole card thing right?
Yeah.
I reckon start with the sin bin.
I think the sin bin is a good idea.
I reckon start with that, and then we'll see how we progress into... Well, you're right, Johnny, though, but we've got to do something, because you can't just have a player get knocked out and like a team be one
man
less.
down.
And basically win the game.
Absolutely, because you've got less rotations off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, you're right in that aspect, but we need something, because that's
The
bullshit.
sin bin makes a direct... what's it
Impact,
called?
direct impact.
Has direct impact.
Because
on the
once
game.
he's off, then it's even playing field again.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So...
For a little bit.
For a little bit.
Yeah, at least you can figure out what you're going to do.
The other
for
team
next
can get their
20 minutes.
bearings and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Because once Lamb got knocked out against Richmond, our rotations were down first quarter. Well, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, now you're fucked.
Yeah.
One
And
less
same
man.
with Melbourne the other week. He didn't know what was going
And they're
on.
still running around full strength.
Yeah.
No repercussions in the game. Yeah.
No, something needs to be done.
Yeah.
They take away all the other shit, but they don't actually consider that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, actually, two things I've got to bring up.
Good question.
I got another
Very
one.
good.
Talking about repercussions for shit,
I was
yeah?
thinking about it a lot.
Good question.
Of course you were.
He was thinking about knocking
I'm
one
like,
out,
they
and
need-
then he thought about someone getting knocked out.
Like, they need to be punished, but how? But I think they should be strict with it, man. Any head contact, there's no reason for another player to be hitting another player in the head.
Not intentionally with a fist.
Like, even West Coast and Melbourne, when he gave him that little hit on the jaw, like, you shouldn't be doing that, because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, you can just get someone in the wrong spot and it fucks them up. Like,
straight concussion.
we're playing football, we shouldn't be, like, punching each other. It's not boxing.
And the game's changed a lot from what it was in the 70s and
not
80s and
boxing.
shit. Like, it's totally changed, footy. It's not like back then. So
It's more PC.
it's more PG.
PG.
Footy, parental guidance needed.
PG.
G.
Hang on a second. I've got to find this.
MA 15 plus.
Footy.
AO.
Don't you love these? Can't be loaded. Of course it can't be loaded.
Of course not. What are you talking about?
Remember back in the day when you were young, like 13, watching late night TV, and it's like the next program will have strong sexual scenes, and you're just like, yeah, baby, here we go. Close the door.
What's wrong with you?
And Johnny just... the door closed.
Lock that door.
Can
Grab
you
them
open
tissues.
Messenger up on your phone for Facey?
Yes.
For the account? I haven't got it installed. I'm a dickhead. Like, I uninstalled it for some reason.
Yeah, John boy. John boy.
I don't know how much you monitor the Facey account. Actually, hang on. Here we go. Messenger. I got it. It's not working.
He doesn't like
I'm in there.
Samsung's.
Are you in the actual...
Yeah.
Just look. Is it the actual That's Not Right page?
Like Duke Leverage Messenger.
No. Like the That's Not Right Messenger page.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just
You
look.
can only link one.
We are having some technical difficulties. We'll be with you in a moment.
Groups.
How does that sleek, sexy apple feel in your fingers, Dimitri?
You're a fucking idiot.
How's that parking ticket? How's that ticket going?
Oh, yeah.
John boy.
Look at my phone. He's got it in his fucking hands.
When does mine, I don't even know when mine...
You guys are up in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm up in 6 minutes. Oh my god, that went quick.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, well, do you want to go suss that out?
Well,
And we'll do with this. Why? What's up?
no, his ticket's up in 6 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want to... Should we go do that and just take a break?
Well, how long are you got? Yeah, all right. Just whatever you want, mate.
Go in there, there's just semen sound. That's fucked. Alright, what I was saying before, because I finally figured out how to open the thing.
Bobby Batch number 1.
We got sent in something by a listener.
Bobby's big batch.
Yeah, Teresa sent us something. There's a new law which has come into play. It's I hadn't seen it, but I thought of you straight away.
Thought of me?
Yeah.
Okay, sex-related law. All right.
What are you saying sex-related straight away?
Because you thought of me.
Yeah, all right. It's a new law on mooning.
Oh, yeah.
Public mooning.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't read about it?
I have not even heard about it.
Yeah, this is news to me as well.
But I
Thought
don't...
about him.
Yeah.
Why me?
Dude, minimum
I do like the occasional
2
mooning.
months jail for a first offence. So, 15-year-old kid
Moons.
moons a train with his mates. Minimum for 2 months jail for a first offence for mooning, right?
Half the gully's
And
got
this
a
is the
prison.
argument. What is this costing
Boys,
us?
stop mooning.
This is what Teresa brought up. She goes, what is this costing us? How much per first offence for incarceration alone? Never mind what it costs to prosecute. Or the money we sit around pay. This is what she said. Money we sit around paying for politicians to sit around and come up with this shit and pass the bill. When a fine will just bring money in, right? And be decent enough sum to deter people from doing it. If it's such a big issue, we've got a sudden crime wave, a spree of moonings. You know what I mean?
It's an epidemic.
Yeah. So very interested to see what the stats man can track down regarding the incidences of mooning in Victoria to date.
I'm on it.
And how often the Victorian government believes that mooning poses a serious threat to public safety, and what makes this far more pressing issue than recent armed assaults, burglaries, and la la la. And it's legislated into being a jailable offence right off the bat. Seriously.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Dude, 2 month minimum. Dude, assault and battery gets you like a suspended sentence.
Yeah.
But politicians actually sat down, passed legislation, like as in like, yeah, we need to stop.
Okay,
We need to stop this mooning. You know what I mean? 2 months jail minimum for mooning.
Those bare asses are disgusting.
Dude, Jilmar's killer was on parole for rape and murder or something. It's like, yeah, that's fine. You know, aggravated assault charges. Yeah, look, we'll play him down. He was angry and he's getting some help.
He kept his pants up. He's all right.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How does mooning be that much of a crime? Does it make sense?
How does that even enter someone's mind?
Yeah.
Like someone in politics got mooned and it just hurt them that bad. That they just went, that's it.
Big Jez.
Big Jez.
On the Croydon Park footy trip, you know what I mean?
Just left a bad taste in his mouth and he just couldn't let it go and we have to do something about this.
Is that ridiculous? Where is the common sense?
Everyone loves a mooning.
No, but like, you know what?
It's not hurting anyone.
Dude, look.
It's a white ass.
If it's offensive, right, fair enough, right? It's public nudity in its form, all right? Look, debatable, like I'm not going to, which side of the fence you sit on, but to pass a bill to say no less than 2 months jail. You know, like
People are coming out saying it's un-Australian to make it illegal. I read an article.
Yeah, man.
Saying it's un-Australian. They've got a mooning festival in Northern Territory.
I thought that would be on your calendar. Like your weekend escape.
Everybody moon now.
I'm going to the mooning festival in Mentee.
You know what's a better punishment for mooning? A paddling.
This is crack.
Nah,
Yeah,
I reckon if you moon, you get
Paddling.
one anal bead for each time you mooned.
Why anal?
Well, I'm saying a paddling, and you're saying like anal bead.
So if you mooned twice in the one day, 2 anal bead balls go in.
For how long?
What if they enjoy it like you?
Maybe just in and out, like, brr, brr.
You're fucked.
Don't do it again.
No, but is that ridiculous?
That's ridiculous.
They actually passed the law on that. There's so many other things that could be passing laws on.
No, we're going to pass a law on mooning.
Have they? Okay, let me ask you a question. Have they done anything about the that nut job in Burke Street? Yeah, you know how they were saying we're going to pass laws to free police up. They
Court was adjourned.
Have they? What's the latest in developments for police handling procedures?
They put bollards
and
up.
response.
They put bollards up.
Sure.
Those
Coloured bollards.
Do you want to laugh?
They're faulty.
I went and saw my mum. When those bollards got put up. It was on TV. I was in a living room just watching, like, we're talking, and I looked up and saw the news break. Do you want to hear something?
You can drive right around them.
Do you want to hear something about those bollards? I made those bollards. I made those concrete weights.
I remember you telling us you used to make...
two spots for tines.
Yeah, you used to make the weights.
Yeah, that's how I did my back when I did my sciatica in 2009.
So they've just been sitting in surplus ever since you made them, and it's like...
We made them in winter.
Now it's time.
Dimmy was here.
When I worked for...
09.
Bong on.
When I... Bong on. That is so 98, man.
Bong on, man. Bong on.
That is so 98, dude. Dude, in 2009, during the dead season, winter, like in events, like Nick would know as well, during winter dead of winter, there's no events going in Melbourne. Yeah, it's quiet. So our boss had to think of something to come up to find us work. Otherwise, he'd have to sack us until the spring again.
Yeah, make bollards.
Dude, we literally cherry-picked a concrete mob just down the road. At the end of the day, all the concrete that they had left over,
Poured
we built
into the-
formwork, framework and shit, and they all day were just shoveling concrete into the frames, and then creating, these weights.
Yeah.
And you reckon that's them?
It is them, because we made so many of them. The first ones were unsuccessful because we didn't come up with the technique yet. They were crackling and crumbling.
Bit sloppy.
Yeah.
Bit lopsided.
There were bubbles. There were bubbles in the concrete weight.
In the form.
Yeah, so we had to, we figured out the system. You know, you trowel it down and you rough it up and all that sort of shit.
Puff the air out.
And then we were hiring them out. We were hiring them out to, like, the GP. Anytime anyone needed concrete weights like that, we were hiring them out. We had the monopoly on it. Yeah. And when I saw him, I'm like, man, I made those fucking weights. I swear, man.
Yours was that really colourful one that they painted.
I'm telling you. As soon as I saw him, I died of laughter.
The funniest thing on the news report was, though, like, the news report was like, these bollards are stupid because you can just get a car right in here and just drive around.
Yeah.
Like, in between them.
Yeah. But that's the response. We're not going to put policies or procedures or anything in place to make us feel safer. We're just going to put these bollards to make it hard for people to drive around in the city.
Make it a bit less hard
You
to
know
run
what's going to
people
do?
over.
It's going to just create obstacles for fucking skaters.
Yeah.
It's going to turn Melbourne into a fun park.
Yeah.
No skating on the bollards. Oh, you bought the bollards.
Kickflip to nose grind, bitch.
Literally.
Mooning.
But I'm serious.
Mooning.
Have you heard anything about freeing up the police response to incidences like that?
I most certainly have not, Dimitri.
Exactly. When was the Burke Street Mall, dude? When did that go down?
year.
When was it? It was
Close to a year almost now, probably.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It was last year. Or whenever it was. Yeah. How fucked up is that? But they introduced a law 2 months minimum for public mooning.
Are these people that bored that they're just...
Are they not?
There's got to be
I'm offended
more
by the butt cheek.
pressing issues.
Pressing issues?
Surely there's more pressing issues, man.
Yeah.
You know what? One thing, man.
I reckon they should just turn the other cheek and just not...
No pun intended.
Well played.
Bravo. I laughed, man, because I was listening, like I said, I was listening to the old episodes, and Nick had said something about bureaucracy, tying up, like red tape bureaucracy. That is literally what we've done now, man. We've created this bureaucratic... What's the definition for the word bureaucratic
State, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we've
like,
become. Like
what's the... Like, actually, I want the definition, man, because...
Assholes, I believe, is the technical term.
We're a fucking nanny state, man.
Seriously.
We are. We're a nanny state. Everywhere you go. Dude, you go down any given street, right? Just a normal street. How many street signs are on this street?
Lots.
Like 40Ks, school crossing, zone.
Watch out for the ducks,
watch out.
kangaroos.
Exactly.
Don't park here, you'll be towed.
Yeah. No standing. You know what I love?
No mooning.
You know what I love? I love the signs that says no standing any time, but then it says 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You seen those?
Yeah.
So what is it? Can I stand there for 5 minutes? What do
Am
I do?
allowed or not?
It's like, what do I do?
Bureaucracy. Government by many bureaus, administrators, and petty officials. The body of officials and administrators, especially of a government or government department. Excessive multiplication of and concentration of power in administrative bureaus or administrators. Administration characterized by excessive red tape and routine.
Perfect.
It
sums it up.
That last one. You know, administration characterized by excessive red tape and routine.
A whole lot of excess for no reason.
Yeah. We're creating so many bullshit fucking rules and regulations based around fucking nothing. But then you've got, you know, what's it called? 2 months jail for mooning. Mooning.
Showing a bit of cheek.
You could king hit someone and you'll get off. But
Don't moon them.
But don't moon them,
Do
mate.
not moon them.
No, that's offensive. That's offensive.
That's just too far.
Yeah.
Don't knock them
Don't
out.
give them the brown eye.
Dude, AFL, Hooley fucking punched out Lamb and got 4 weeks suspension.
Yeah.
It got 2, then it went back to 4. Yeah? But if you moon someone, you can go to jail for 2 months.
Let's test this theory. Let's test this theory, Johnny.
Seriously?
Can we test it?
Yeah, let's go to Main
But there
Street.
was that other guy. There was that other footy official dude. That was on the weekend as well.
Oh, you wanted to bring it up. Ali for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ali.
But he cannot keep his job. He's a what is he, an ambassador for like
What's it called?
Multiculturalism.
Yeah.
But
Diversity.
But
Yeah.
Johnny came up with a good point. He's been in trouble before.
Has he? All I saw was a replay on
That's
TV
not the first
of him
time-
running up and just sucking some dude in the
But
face.
he's not. It's not the first time he's done that.
He's known for it.
Okay.
So that's not like cool. Do you know what I
what's he
mean?
going to get?
I don't know, man. He'd have to get fired. Like, you can't get... This guy's all about, diversity and stuff. He ran to this guy and knocked him out. Like, straight knocked him out. If that was on the street, that would be a criminal offence.
Yeah.
Why not on a footy field? Why? Because it's you can't, get arrested or anything on the field. He went up to him and straight socked him in the face.
Yeah.
And the guy's, complaining of, migraines and...
Yeah.
He got knocked out. Straight knocked out.
Oh, yeah.
Cold.
Brain damage.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, if you moon someone, 2 months jail.
What if you moon someone on the footy field? There's ways around these things, boy.
Interesting.
Guy's punching on. Drops his dash.
I'm going to out-moon you.
I'll show you, motherfucker.
Seriously. How fucked up is that? Speaking of which, is it Lovett Murray from Essendon?
Oh, yeah. He came out, he said his daughter's...
Said his daughter's suffering from health
because of the
complications.
the jabs.
And he says it's because of the jabs. Remember, we were talking about it. We talked about it in the first fucking weeks of this podcast. What happens once all this is done and dusted? What happens if people start coming out with fucking side effects or whatever from the said jab?
Yep.
Dude, Lovett Murray is one of the first to
He
fucking...
said, my daughter might be suffering from something because of the jabs.
How would she be suffering?
Because, what do you mean? He's
he
come from
was-
her semen. He's semen.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
he's Mrs.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so he's had a kid since.
Where have you-
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
What
sorry.
planet are you on?
No, I thought you were saying,
No, yeah. He's had a kid since the jabs.
Yeah, okay.
And saying that now that she's getting older, they're noticing effects.
Yeah, okay.
Possibly. Not saying it is from that, but it's possibly from the jabs that they administered. I don't know, man.
Yeah, here we go. Hang on. I've got the article. Wait a second. That's man. Nathan Lovett Murray seeks almost $1 million from Essendon amid fears supplements affected daughter. This was 9th of June, so a month ago.
Maybe he's just run out of cash and he's just trying to...
He plays for Rumballara.
Who?
Indigenous Run Football Club. Nathan Lovett Murray is now involved in the Indigenous Run Football Club at Rumballara.
Maybe he's just run out of money.
No, hang on. This is what he says. Retired Essendon player Nathan Lovett Murray is seeking almost $1 million in damages from the Bombers, his manager says. Amid fears, supplements he was given by the club caused his daughter's health problem.
Well, can you prove it?
Hang on. Preparing to lodge a claim to seek compensation from the club for loss of income and medical expenses for treatment for severe depression following the scandal. Separately, Peter Jess, his manager, said that Lovett Murray has raised concerns with the AFL that the drugs he was given may have caused health issues for his 3-year-old daughter, Harmony. Harmony suffers from a lump in her chest and behavioural issues. Jess said Lovett Murray was told by the Australian Sports Anti-Doping Authority, ASADA, by an investigator, that drugs could have a direct impact on unborn children. That weighs on his mind every day.
There you go.
Well, that's the thing, right? It was like kind of experimental, right? Like it wasn't fully it wasn't like
grey
said
area.
that although no direct link to Harmony's health issues could be officially confirmed, it needed to be properly explored. All of the medical scientists we've spoken to have said that you can't rule out that this was caused by the drugs, and you can't rule it in. You need significant further research done, and that's why I encourage both the AFL and the club to fund that research for her and make that a priority. Jess said that 3 or 4 other players involved in the saga had spoken to him about similar concerns. That's fucked.
Yeah, if it turns out that it isn't a side effect of the drug, that's really fucked up.
If that's the case, Essendon Football Club will be no more. They're going to get sued out of the AFL. As in, they'll run out of money, everything.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's fucked.
And they're trying to build a new stadium down at Windy Hill. Hit a dick.
And they've taken the 3-year-old has now got a lump in her chest,
which is no fault of her own. Like there's like it's not her fault. The poor thing, and now she's got a lump on her chest and she's got respiratory problems.
That's fucked.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, if it turns out that is the issue, that's really fucked up.
Before we wrap, all right?
See the bombs fly up.
Hey.
See the bombs fly up.
Yeah, they're grounded for life, mate. Before we wrap, there's one thing we need to discuss. I can't believe you didn't bring it up yet. Horn Pacquiao. Did you watch it?
White power.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
This country's fucked.
But I heard from you that the decision wasn't legitimate.
I've heard dividing arguments.
This country's fucked. I don't care. The state of boxing in this country, Jeff Horn was meant to be the saving grace. No.
But like people said, it's not his fault. It was the judges.
Actually, he's a fucking idiot. And I'll tell you why.
Give me laying it on Horn. Laying it on Horn thick. Tell me.
Yeah, number one, it was a stupid decision. An unanimous decision. Dude, how can a fighter in 12... I'll be honest, all right? I got held back at work. I only got to the pub into the 6th round, so I saw half the fight, okay? So I didn't see the first half, but I got caught up by everyone who was there, and then I read about... Like, I saw it, like the replays, and then I read about it further in so I can get my head around it, okay? How can a fighter in one fight... He gets points deducted for fucking headbutts, all right? Spends a good third of the fight clinching, right? Lands half the punches at a fraction of the accuracy than the other fighter. In the 9th round, almost gets TKO'd, right? As in the ref comes over and says, show me something in the next round or I'm fucking stopping this fight.
So
in the 9th round.
Close to stopping, yeah.
Spends the last 3 rounds literally just stumbling on his feet, right? And being hit at will.
Just hanging on.
And wins an unanimous decision for a belt. How does that work? Tell me.
You must have really carved up those first 6 rounds, Dimitri.
Come on, man. Seriously. Pacquiao landed twice as many punches at 30-something% accuracy, and Horn landed...
It was like 19%.
Yeah, 19% or something like that. Half the fucking punches.
It was like he landed only 92.
Horn's face was fucked.
His eyes shut permanently.
His right side was completely shut.
Was Pacquiao in trouble at any stage?
No! The only time he was in trouble was when he got headbutted accidentally, and it opened up his side of his head. Right? And you could see blood like everywhere. It looked bad. But it was just an accidental headbutt. It happens. Right? He was never in... Like, dude, Pacquiao was just landing at will. Had him rocked in the 9th to the point where the ref was going to stop the fight.
You know what?
An unanimous decision.
This is why I don't get rolled up about boxing anymore, because it's finished.
It's such a joke.
Boxing is finished. It's finished.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
And they give him the belt...
It seems
Brisbane.
to always be like dodgy decisions that people aren't happy with in boxing.
No, but it's just like, what the fuck, man? How is that, like, a blind man could have called that fight, man. Like, seriously. And they wonder why the state of boxing in Australia is going to shit.
State of boxing everywhere is going
Then
to
you
shit,
wonder why the Socceroos go to fucking Asia Pacific to play in a cup and get belted into the ground like 10-0. Oh, we don't understand. The strategy went out the window. It's because you play the Solomon Islands, you win 20-0 and think you're superstars, then you go and play Chile and fucking lose 3-0. You don't understand how it happened. It's because you've got Manny Pacquiao fighting you in Brisbane, put on 12 rounds, hand the guy his ass, and then give the guy the belt anyway. Well, you fought You landed half as many punches. You did a few sneaky things. You nearly were out in the 9th.
But you had a good try.
But you won. Congratulations, mate. You're the new fucking champion.
Yeah, because Fox Sports in America said you don't give belts out for trying.
Yeah. And you know what the funny part is? This is the fucking, like, credit to Horn because he went the 12 rounds and he got beat up and he didn't get knocked down. Like, he stood up, like, the entire time.
That was his first major professional, like,
credit to him for that, right?
Went till the final horn sounded.
Very good.
But at the same fucking time, do you know what he did right after the fight? He was still in the ring.
Mooned him.
He could.
Just dropped him.
You know, for the photo, I'm going to Photoshop Horn mooning someone. Mooning Pacquiao. Oh, the judges. Yeah.
Take this, Manny.
Dude, do you know what he did? He got gifted a belt, 12 rounds with Pacquiao, got beat up. He called out Mayweather.
Yeah, that was...
Why would you call out Mayweather?
He was clearly delirious from the fight. And just wasn't thinking clearly.
You won a lopsided fight. You got gifted a lopsided
Meanwhile,
victory.
Conor McGregor's fighting Mayweather for $300 million.
Conor McGregor had to...
Calm down, Horn.
Dude, Conor McGregor had to bait Mayweather for a year to coax him out of retirement. And why is he out of retirement? Mostly
money.
Because he's Money Mayweather and he's going to make $100 million. What would you pay to see Mayweather versus Horn? What would they have to pay? Mayweather would just look at it like, is this cunt for real?
Dude, he would have looked at the article and gone, who's this? Who the fuck is this guy?
Fuck? Seriously. He'd laugh his head off. I was just like, you're fucked. You're such an embarrassment. And that's the thing. He's a teacher in Brisbane. All of America's going to be they're already looking at us like this is the cunt that represents Australians in the boxing field. Are you out of your mind?
Some teacher?
Yeah, some fucking
Look,
idiot.
the one thing I can't blame him for is the decision because he had no control.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, but what he said afterwards, calling out Mayweather, was a bit stupid.
Yeah, he went a bit far. It's
Yeah,
come on,
all right, dude, you've had your moment.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
You know
Take your $1 million that you just won.
Yeah.
Take your belt. Take your belt and shut up for a while. Go to Bali for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fix your face. And they showed the photos of after the fight.
He's fucked.
And the cunt's lying on a gurney. Pacquiao's posing for photos.
Like,
with his
doing
missus.
this, like,
he's completely clean.
Flexing.
Horn's face is just swollen up like the fucking elephant man. Like, what the fuck?
Well, if it went down like you said it did, that's a strange decision, dude.
I'm not making it up, man. Watch
I'd like to watch it, the whole thing.
Watch the fucking replay. It's such a joke.
Yeah, he'll be a cunt, don't say Horn won.
Yeah, you would.
Nah, I went through it, boys. Definitely Horn, 100%. You guys are right.
Manny said right after the fight he had a rematch clause in the contract, and he said, "Oh, you're going to activate the rematch clause?" Oh, yeah, definitely. And
It's going to come in more.
Freddie Roach, Manny's trainer, has been saying the way I know Pacquiao, he should retire, but Pacquiao won't let this go. He doesn't want to end on a loss like that. Pacquiao will activate the rematch clause and then retire after that. I don't want, Pacquiao's going to come out and fucking be swinging like an insane.
But what happens if he doesn't win?
The next fight? Oh,
and say Horn actually wins legit,
no bullshit.
No bullshit. You know, Horn had a sick fight and
nothing.
And
Pacquiao will go down like any other fighter. One of the greatest of all time.
Shouldn't have taken
the last fight.
Yeah.
Dude, Muhammad Ali did that. Tyson did that.
Yeah.
They always go too far.
Yeah. Sugar
They always go that one more that they shouldn't have.
Sugar Shane Mosley fucking did that against Mundine.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Mundine.
That was a hopeless fight, though.
Mundine. Yeah. Like, Sugar Shane Mosley was one of the greatest fucking fighters. He was incredible. And
Sugar Shane, man.
Speaking of the McGregor Mayweather thing, I've been looking at YouTube on it.
When is that?
And it's such a split debate on who's going to win. Like there's a lot of
you know why? Because you've got a lot of Conor McGregor fanboys.
No, that's but why. Even a lot of learned people in fighting, a lot of professionals that call fights and stuff. Some say that they think McGregor can do it.
You know
some
why?
Say no.
McGregor has a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He has a puncher's chance.
You know what? It's
like
he's got age on his side.
28, 44.
He's got age on his side. But Mayweather is a pure boxer. Like if Mayweather went into the MMA ring, Conor McGregor would destroy him in about 25 seconds. It'd be all over.
Yeah.
There'd be no, he'd be paying $1 to $1.
$0.01. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know Conor's got a good punch on him and stuff like that. He's never out of it. He can never be out of it. It's not, but you give him a chance. You give Conor a chance. But obviously, you're going to see the first couple of rounds and see how it goes, man. Because
I can't wait, to be honest. It's really interesting.
when is it? When's the actual fight?
Soon. It's like really soon.
We're due to box on August 26th.
Yeah, like next month.
Ooh.
Come on, Konami boy.
I think I might buy it on pay-per-view. Come over, boys.
Let's
do it properly.
Let's do a delicious Greek barbecue
Done.
pay-per-view.
Yeah, we'll do it. And I'll buy it on pay-per-view.
What, the fight?
Yeah.
I'm happy to pay to...
Because not even that. I want to see the undercards.
You know, I'm happy to pay for that fight rather than leave it to fate in getting a free link off the net.
Yeah, no. Well, what? No, because this is history in the making as well.
Yeah.
Because you think MMA fighter, boxer, this was never going to happen, and then all of a sudden, wow, they're actually going ahead with it.
It's
Like,
a once
the
in a
hell?
lifetime sort of thing.
Yeah.
I can just see it now. We'll be sitting on your couch.
30 seconds in, Conor McGregor got knocked out.
Yeah, yes. Tzatziki's still in hand, like, nah. Well,
I was about to eat a pork chop.
speaking of which, do you still have my fucking container from the tzatziki that I gave you like a year ago?
No, it's in sale now, mate.
From
It's gone.
the barbecue that we had, and I gave you that whole container of
with
tzatziki
the
that I made.
blue rim.
Yeah, you've still got that fucking...
This is why I didn't want to take it, because I knew I'd lose it somewhere.
You have it! I know you have it!
Maybe. I'll look for it.
You know how, like, there's always
You
that
lost it,
argument...
didn't you? It's gone, it's
there's
gone.
always that
You
argument...
sold it on Gumtree.
We're like, it's like, no, I don't have your Tupperware. You know what I mean?
Dude, you sold it.
There's a live recording of me beating you to death because you have my Tupperware from 6 months ago. Just standing over you.
It's from February.
Yeah, man. Just punching the fuck out of you.
Broken ribs. What was this for? Tupperware.
Yeah, it was summertime. It was January.
Because I remember Ren went to Sydney.
Yeah, it was January.
Oh, February. It was Feb. It was
Yeah,
Feb.
because I remember sitting upstairs eating it with the doors open and the warm breeze coming in while I'm just
You've had that
slurping
container
tzatziki.
for 5 months. We're standing over you. Just
I think when you gave it to me, you said, "Don't worry about it. Like, just don't worry, keep it."
Oh!
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's glass. So he wouldn't be saying keep it.
Yeah, because I was like, "Do you want this back?" And you were like, "No."
No, I remember, man. He said, just bring it next time you see me.
yeah, see you at least once a week. Since then, there's been at least 60, 70 opportunities.
No, you know what he's done with it? It's when he chops up. He's used it as
He's got his tassos in there now. When he was
and his
moving,
Tamagotchi.
yeah, when he was moving, he's like, oh yeah, I can put it in here. Fuck him. Even his dude, someone would have said, isn't that Tim's hair? Fuck him.
It's my new sex toys bowl.
No, he does. He does his cuticles.
He softens up his cuticles.
I dip.
He dips.
It's deep, man. It's depth.
Yeah, so you put his nice fingernails in there, and there's room enough for your hands to go in there.
True. Very true.
Oh, fuck.
They fit right in there.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, anyway.
Oh, okay, hang on. What time is it? It's 1:30. All right, we better wrap it.
Get some dogs.
Are we having a joke? Are we having a stab at the running time right now?
Ooh, Johnny.
I don't want to because I wanted to
Just
stay on
do
a
it.
lie.
No, fuck off. Just have a crack. 2 hours and what?
Okay, you go first.
Is it 2 hours and something?
You
It's 2
do
hours.
it. It's over 2 hours. You've got to do it so he can gauge your response on it.
All right, I'm going the same time as I did last week. 2 hours and 27 minutes.
You're an idiot. 2 hours 51.
2 hours, 55, 45.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I lost a little bit of my power, but still there. As you can see.
See what?
Powers.
Powers that be.
Oh, fuck. I'm actually starving. Does anyone have-
Bobby Powers.
I need food. I need
Shut up, Robert Jeggings.
I'm hungry.
What are you going to eat, Dimitri?
I don't know. I've got to edit, dude. It's already nearly 1:30. But
This guy's probably got spinach pie in your Tupperware at home. He knows exactly what he's eating.
Can I interest you in an extra large Kransky? To nibble on?
you're fucked. Honestly, I haven't done groceries.
Sorry, mate. You ready to eat cheesy Kranskis?
By the time I get home,
That makes it more flavoursome.
I convert all the shit in the car on the way.
It runs when you bite into it.
I'm not going to eat till 8:30 tonight. This is fucked.
Go get something to eat now, man.
I don't have any money. It's just the coins.
Go get yourself a dirty bacon deluxe burger.
I've actually been craving a burger.
Hungry Jacks, man. Burgers are better.
Branch out and just do it.
Nah,
If Hungry Jacks, if you're listening,
no.
burgers are
'cause
better.
I've already had a bit of crap this week. Oh, that's the other thing. I was going to ask you. You go to the gym at all since that?
You're right. Right. This guy at the gym.
Yeah, I go every week.
He drives past, sits in the car,
And eats a Big Mac in front of it.
smoke.
Yep,
it
went to the
drives
gym.
off. I went to the gym.
Get
Got
real.
a sweat going from the smoke.
Get real.
That's how I justify telling people I went to the gym. Like, I went. I was there.
The game.
Oh,
the game.
The game.
What's a game?
No. I was saying, I kicked it off like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the week when we didn't have the episode because you had the sniffles. Look at his face.
It was a little bit more than the sniffles, Demetrius.
The cholera. VD. Chlamydia. Gets bedridden by chlamydia.
It was the plague. That's coming back. The plague's come back.
The black plague.
Come back in the gully.
No, it's actually back.
Come back.
You joking?
In Mexico, I think.
Yeah, but India's always had the plague as well. It's about like like a big widespread outbreak.
It's like 3 cases.
Dude, Ebola had Calcutta. There's probably 100 cases just in one little region.
The bubonic.
The bubonic plague.
Do you know how they get it?
It's through fleas, isn't it?
Yeah, that bite rats, and then the rat bites you. Boom, plagued.
That's fucked. The outspread of the plague in Europe was fucked up. Have you ever read about it?
Yeah.
It was morbid, man. Like, the birth rates were just fucked. Kids were just fucked.
Yeah. Just houses full of dead people.
Yeah, like literally lining the streets, man. You always picture those fucking doctor's masks with the beak. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Creepy surgeon. Like,
That surgeons, how they used to wear that mask.
Yeah.
I picture that. Can you imagine seeing that mask, like a doctor walking down the streets wearing that shit right now?
That you'd try and jump, like, that'd be scary as fuck.
I'd fucking run.
Yeah.
That would creep cunts out, man.
Moon him.
And they just look at you like, moon him.
Hey, Doc.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah, I
I was just going to say, the fucking gym. I was listening back to it. Like, you were so dead set on doing that full cardio workout with a pump class.
Just quickly with mooning as well. You said before, show them your brown eye.
Yeah.
Is this something that I was told and I believed it, or is it true? Like, some people have brown eyes and some people have red eyes.
I don't spend that much time assessing.
It's like you either have a fig or a cherry.
Well, you look at a lot of porn.
Yeah.
Have a look.
Pay attention. Don't just get the 30 seconds in your brain and work that over.
Because I've
Pay
heard that.
attention to the film.
I heard that from somewhere when I was young. Like, some people have a fig and some people have a cherry.
Well, have a look. Have a look.
Okay, I'll start really monitoring those arseholes from now on. And
That's disgusting.
I'll get back to you next week.
Don't worry about my lunch. It's fine.
It's done. Figs out of the question. Cherries out of the question.
You're disgusting. Seriously.
But-
No, I'm saying have a look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a look.
Maybe I'll just quickly look it up.
No!
Brown
We're
eye.
gonna wrap this now because
Fig or cherry.
right on 3 hours in 5 seconds. It'll be 3 hours.
Do I have a
Call it.
Do I have a fig or a cherry?
Leverage out.
Cherry.